Hello, everyone. Happy tax day. Welcome to the Disney Morning Show. I am Kyle, the editorial director for Laughing Place. I haven't said the credit in a while. And joining me this morning is Tony. Hi,
Hello.
Tony. Are you okay?
It's in my throat still, but if you devotees may recall, the other day I kept like you would hear the emphysema coming in.
Well, you've had that a few times before that, to be fair.
It's
So,
true, but it took on a new life over the last few days. But
yeah,
not
well,
why we
I'm
were gone yesterday. Yesterday
glad
was
you were well enough to join us today. Let's say some hellos as we jump into
Fred
this.
missed us yesterday apparently. So thanks, Fred, and
Who
top of the
wouldn't?
morning to you. Chickens don't clap, which we'll get to in a bit
Neither
here,
is Grogu.
and Genie Plus. Good morning to you.
Well, let's get started the way we start each one of these shows. On Monday, when we did the show, the stock price was at $100.27. Let's see where it's at now after I fixed.
You.
I know I forgot to fix this ahead of time. That's the one I like. All right. 102.61. Nice little bull run we got going on now. Because the market is pricing in things that have not happened yet. Anyway, let's move on.
Like,
we gave the first one the breaking news, so I guess we can do it for the second. We got new song for Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets. We got song 2 was the first one, confusingly. The second one is none other than Born to Be Wild, the Steppenwolf song, this time performed by the Electric Mayhem featuring Camilla the Chicken, which is why I have the chicken there. Fun fact, Tony, because I don't need Doobie to deem it fun or not. It's fun. This will be the second current Disney attraction to feature this song in any form, because Born to Be Wild is in Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout at Disney California Adventure. So now we will have Steppenwolf on both coasts, but one with a chicken.
yes.
And
I feel like this one's going to be the conga of Rock and Roller Coaster. Like nobody's
when you're
going
to get, like, I wanted something better.
Yeah, because you're just going to get the whole ride. So,
I mean, they've done some interesting chicken ones over before. What did they do? They did Rizzo did Blinded by the Lights with the chicken. The chickens were in Man-Child, and they didn't sing at all, but didn't they do Smells Like Teen Spirit in the Muppets movie?
No, they did Forget You. Smells Like Teen Spirit was the barbershop quartet.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
But yeah, so interestingly, this Born to Be Wild isn't presumably not one of the hints that are on this case, which Riley did some more diving into if you want to check out her article. But of course, we're expecting more news tomorrow, including the full playlist and maybe an opening date, probably an opening date, but we don't know for sure. But that wasn't the only Muppet tease we got today, because they also gave us a look. Speaking of confusing, it was confusing having oh no, this isn't the confusing one. The confusing one's after this. See, I'm confused already by how confusing it is. While Maxon was in New York for the listening party, they showed some of these. Aren't really posters. These are more like those like stand-up things, but these are apparently going to be posters in the attraction. So different ones for different members of the Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. And yeah, so we have Animal, Janice, like for sure. The Doctor will see you now because it's Dr. Teeth and his gold tooth there. Sergeant Floyd Pepper, horns, lips is on horns, and Zoot. So yeah, those are pretty fun, and those will be in the queue apparently. And they had them on display again. Jeremiah got to go to a listening party today. He got to hear Born to Be Wild with Sung by Chicken. And
I'm also curious to know if those will end up in like the art on demand system at the park too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Nikki, check out Banner, Kyle, which I'm assuming is an Arrested Development reference.
Yeah, check out Banner, Michael. Yeah, we make lots of Arrested Development. I need to rewatch that at some point. I never even watched season 5. I don't think there's a season 5, right? Yeah. Anyway, now to the thing I was confused about before that was confusing.
Yeah, so I for a while there was a lot of confusion, I think, between you and others on socials, but there was one picture, if you keep going, that I was like, no, this is footage because they're not going to have live pyro at the exit of each.
Oh, I knew that this wasn't going to be animatronics in the ride. There's no, like, I knew it wasn't the pre-show because it's the recording studio.
Yep.
Let me back up and let me read you the original tweet that Disney put out, which made it confusing.
Okay.
So they said, picture this on Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets, a first look at the Electric Mayhem performing Can You Picture That at their sold-out show. And so we're like, are these animatronics? Is this in the pre-show? Like, the pre-show is supposed to be a recording studio, not a live performance.
Yep.
There's nowhere in the ride that I know of to do it. And I've only been on the ride once, so I figured that there was a post-show where this would be showing, but I didn't know if it'd be on TVs or whatever. But they later changed it to after riding.
Yeah.
Here's a behind the scenes look, because you're not going to be seeing them like this. You're going to be seeing them on screen. So with that context,
on my end, that kind of explains why you didn't get there as quick as I did, because at the end of Rock and Roller Coaster, you come in and your photo area where you check out your ride photo is also the concert, and you're seeing them perform, which is a hilarious thing to think. Like, back when that opened, I was younger. And I was just like, oh, that's really cool. Like, the way they did that. Like, I wonder if that's really live footage. When I went as they closed and documented all of it, which is where that picture came from, there's kind of in the featured image there. It's so hokey. And you could tell they're just like on Apple boxes and like lights shining back and forth with the crowd dubbed in. But yeah, see those sparks in the background? That was when I was like, oh, this is not anything that's going to be happening at the scene. It's just recorded footage.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, I kind of figured all of that just on context, even having only been on the ride once. But it was just weird that Disney didn't say that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they edited it and made it more clear. But yeah, it was just a funny few minutes where I'm like, I don't understand what this means. And clearly Scott Gustin doesn't either, because he only retweeted instead of trying to put out his own tweet.
So the whole point of what we're saying is at the end of Rock and Roller Coaster, you will now see the Electric Mayhem performing. Can you picture that in the ride's post-show area on those?
I could not picture it in the post-show area, which is why I needed it explained to me.
Elsewhere in Hollywood studios.
I think, yeah, so Rock and Roller Coaster would be the second inversion coaster I'd ever done, because the first was California Screamin', and Rock and Roller Coaster would be the only one.
From 1 to 3. Down the street at Disney's Hollywood Studios, the Walt Disney Studios Courtyard, as it is now known, is coming to life. And instead of being close to the studio lot, unless you count the Disney Legends Courtyard, they're taking a page from the Chinese Theater Courtyard and putting handprints and autographs and footprints in the concrete, leading up to the new Magic of Disney Animation Reimagined experience.
We just
including characters like Cinderella, who I thought was clever because one is a heel imprint and the other's a bare foot. So there's little jokes like that. The one I really enjoy is the Stitch one, and it's not just because it's Stitch, but because Lilo and Stitch was animated at the Florida studio, just steps away from where that is located. That said, as far as we know now, there is no Brother Bear or Mulan representation in the pavement, but we'll see what happens. Because those are the other two movies that were animated at that studio.
Very cool. Yeah, no, this looks like it's going to be a nice little area. It's funny to see those like Disney colors, that whatever tealish green and then that reddish brown. Like, there's buildings in Burbank where you walk around, you're like, Disney must own that building because it's the same like colors.
And you can tell those buildings because they have that identifying scheme. And one of them is the Hat Building, the Roy E. Disney Animation Studio building, home of Walt Disney Animation Studios, with a sorcerer's hat, meaning, as this comes into play here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, a sorcerer's hat has returned to the park, so all you younger millennials can calm down. It's here, kind of, just no pins or trivia games underneath it.
Is it millennials or is it even younger than that?
Maybe it's even Gen Y. That's why I said younger millennials. Maybe it's Gen Y. What are you?
Gen Y is millennials. Gen Z is the younger one.
She's pro hat, I believe.
Pro hat?
Yeah.
But, generations are confusing. I could look up.
Other people are saying it's because, it's the old studios. No, it's because it's the Roy E. Disney Animation building. although it will look like it used to look like before it was rededicated to Roy Disney in 2010, where it just says animation in front of it. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I wanted to see it in person. And then if you look closely at the pictures of how it's being installed, those red stripes there you see behind the hat are coming into, just like in the concept art, are coming into play in the park as well. So it's going to take on that whole like kind of look. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I was just excited when the Star Wars stuff was gone. So when it looks like that, I'll be very excited, I'm sure.
Based on definition I'm seeing, Morgan would still be a millennial.
Okay. Yeah. The younger side, right? Yeah.
Definitely the younger side. Yeah. So like
technically I'm an elder millennial.
Yeah, same.
Yep.
Yeah, I think millennial starts in 82 and goes to like 96 or 97 is what I'm seeing. So anyway, with now that we've got generational talk out of the way,
yes,
let's
Brian
talk about baby
the
cars.
Lorcana studio, which is what they're kind of using as the inspiration. But go ahead, Kyle.
Baby cars.
Baby cars, yes. Something that is animated coming to Disney.
Oh, that's I pasted in the wrong thing. Hold on. It's coming. There we go.
We got our first look image at Cars Lightning Racers, which is funny to me because it reminds me of almost like the ones they did when they did Cars: A Bug's Life in Cars.
What did they do to Avengers Campus in this photo?
Where's the Circuit City from Avengers Campus in there? Yeah, so most of the Cars franchise voices are returning for this, but we're also getting new voices, including Leia Lewis from Pixar's Elemental, Cheryl Lee Ralph as Miss Blinker, Yuri Lowenthal from Marvel Rivals as Miles, and we are looking for that to debut in 2027 on Disney Junior and Disney Plus.
Very cool. And speaking of debuts on Disney Plus and Hulu, and mostly Hulu, Malcolm in the Middle debuted recently and apparently is doing very well. It had 8.1 million views globally within its first 3 days. And that is a biggest premiere of 2026 so far on either platform, Disney Plus or Hulu.
Sorry, Zootopia too.
Well, TV.
Is it categorized?
I assume it means like, biggest TV premiere, not like movie. Or it could be movies, but only movies that were made originally for Disney Plus. Is probably what they mean there. So yeah, Malcolm in the Middle, Life Still Unfair, available right now on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus. But over on ABC, 2 popular shows have been renewed. I honestly thought this already had happened, but I guess not. The Rookie is coming back for a season 9, which just makes the title even funnier every time. And Will Trent has been renewed for season 5. So look forward to more of those next year. There's also, I think, another Rookie spinoff show that they're eyeing for pickup. So they're going to make it a Rookie again somehow. Now we're going to enter the world of Lorcana because we got lots of Lorcana news over the past few days, but I wanted to focus on this one because Tony's here. And they've announced the name of the 14th set. So right now they're promoting Wilds Unknown, which we'll talk about in a second. That's coming out in May. And then in July, you're going to have Attack of the Vine, which is like a really fun set. That's going to have Monsters, Inc. and stuff like that. Then after that is Hyperia City, and Coco is going to be a part of that.
It's like Onward too.
Well, yeah, this is Miguel in the world of Coco. But then in Q1 of next year, Tony, that's when we're getting Onward.
Okay.
This set does not yet have a release date or a name. I guess Hyperia City doesn't also have a release date, but it does have a name. But this was my featured image, which has everything because I needed to make it original.
There you go. Fair enough.
So yeah, look out for those coming in the next few months. But ahead of that, like I said, Wilds Unknown, the debut of Pixar in Lorcana. But we're going to show you reveals about a Disney movie. This is, I'm honestly not sure if it was an exclusive, but Ravensburger sent us these reveals. Some of the Madrigals that aren't the main one.
Not Mirabelle.
Mirabelle, yeah. So we have Luisa and Isabela. So some interesting things that they can do here. as the strong one, this Dreamborn Luisa, when she quests, you can have remove damage from another character up to 3 damage and move it over to Luisa to burden and carry for a while because she's got high strength, so that can be useful. We also have this song, this Growing Pressure. And then for Isabela, there's this Storyborn singer character, and which is fun. And then there's also a Floodborn version for the Caring Cultivator. And then this is What Else Can I Do? A song card that they also, in addition to this is the regular version, there's also the enchanted version, which are the rare ones with full card art and alternate art. It's very nice. So yeah, you can look out for that. The pre-release for Wilds Unknown will be May 8th, and then May 15th will be the general on sale.
I've not seen songs in the game before. Is that like a new game element?
It was introduced a while ago. So yeah, you can have, there's characters that you can pay ink for to sing a song. There's ones where they can sing a song for free as one of their like abilities. So yeah, that's been there for a while. But yeah, it's always cool to see what they come up with, because I'm sure that they're pretty much due to announce some new mechanics coming
I'm
up.
still not allowed to play, so
I know, I understand. It's probably for the best.
It's for my wallet, yes. Speaking of wallets, Josh D'Amaro is set to lead his first earnings call on May 6th at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, 5:30 a.m. Pacific. Good luck, Kyle.
Yeah, always fun.
This is his first earnings call with Joshy D at the helm. He did the annual meeting of the shareholders recently, but this one's all him for the first time on the earnings call, which there's webcasts of at the official site. So,
well, I mean, Hugh Johnson's there too, but yes, him leading it, and yeah, no Iger around.
But you could also follow along on Laughing Place because Kyle and probably Ben will be live blogging it.
Hopefully Ben. I mean, anytime the past few times Benji's been on a cruise, but he'll probably be on a cruise again. I don't know. Tony, this doesn't have your name on it, but I see you have notes, so I'm gonna.
Oh well, yes. This is because I wrote about it, and I'm interested in this community. It's not too far north of me in North Carolina, Asteria, the second story living by Disney community. So I'm kind of tracking it, even though no way on this planet would I be able to afford what they're going to do. But we got the big reveal of the club. Now, we've already kind of seen what happened with Cotino, and they have the Artisans Club there, the Par House. Here at Asteria in North Carolina, we're getting the second Star Club, which is loosely themed to Peter Pan. The whole idea promotes, because it's kind of near a research campus in Raleigh, and that kind of idea over there. The whole community promotes lifelong learning, and it almost is like a college campus, but there's a different amenities as part of the club. And one's called the Studios, and it caught my attention because it also includes laser engravers and fabric printers and all kinds of fun amenities that members can access just to do stuff. And I thought that was really cool.
That does sound up your alley.
Right? Yeah. And then like the Par House in Cotino, we're getting the Lost Key Cottage, which is a 5-bedroom home, also inspired by Peter Pan, that members will be able to rent for parties, not ragers, but like birthday parties, milestone events, graduations, if they want to stay the night or something like that. Yeah. I'm very cool. Interested to see how it all plays out. It looks very nice. And it's still close enough to Florida for me. So who knows?
Yeah, just win a lottery and
win a lottery. Yeah, after I had high hopes, so then I saw what happened with Cotino, and it's like starting at 2.5 million. Oh, never mind. So.
Well, now it's time to go around LP. Well, Alex is currently in Las Vegas for CinemaCon, which I'm still bitter about, because all the years I worked for a movie theater, I never got to go to CinemaCon, and Alex gets to go without having paid his dues as a projectionist, but that's okay.
Has Mike ever gone?
Probably.
Okay. You guys speak in tongues sometime, and it confuses me.
So Disney's Day is tomorrow, but Alex he did a recap of Warner Brothers presentation last night. This is the Coliseum where Celine Dion used to perform. And but this is Sony's, so of course there's some Disney tie-in because they do the Spider-Man movies. Marvel produces them, but Sony releases them. So yeah, you can check out.
Tote.
Yeah, he got a cool tote. Yeah, so you can check out Alex's recaps from the different studios, and then he'll have Disney's tomorrow. As we've been talking about the Muppets this a lot lately, Riley put together a list looking not only at the teasers that are on this amp crate, but also just kind of made a list of some dream songs that she hopes that will make it. That probably will not, but you can check.
Were you right? Does Sabrina Carpenter make the cut?
No, I don't know. I think it's possible, but I don't know if it would be espresso. I don't know what it would be. I mean, they did Man-Child. They already have a recording of Man-Child. Yeah. We'll see. But then finally, while Maxon was in New York to listen to the Muppets recording, he got to check out the pop-up for The Devil Wears Prada 2, and got a physical magazine of Runway for himself. So you can check out his post about that. There's also a doggy in the photo, so Benji will be happy. And there's some cool...
How much is that doggy in the photo?
It doesn't have a waggly tail, so I can't see.
And the rest.
Well, going back to CinemaCon for a second, they had some standees on display, and while most of these are ones we have seen, I did mostly want to point out the Moana one, where people are saying that Maui looks more like Maui than in the trailer.
Are we getting an ugly Sonic situation again?
If they are, they're doing it more quietly and are not pushing back the release date.
That's fair.
But yeah, so there's also this one that may or may not be new with your boy Conan O'Brien's.
I'm fairly confident it's new because I would have remembered a standee that 1/5 of it was Smarty Pants.
Yes, indeed. And then finally, I talked about this on my unscheduled cameo on Barely Necessities yesterday, but we got merchandise and food for Disney, for Universal FanFest, not Disney. And Tony, how awesome are these Yoshi items?
I like them. They're fun. I like the shoulder plush
a lot. So yeah, as I was saying, there's lots of different. This is Dungeons and Dragons, not Harry Potter, even though they're kind of colored that way. Celebrating different fandoms, so they have some. There's some Yoshi drinks. That is apparently a One Piece thing. And I knew the hat was One Piece. And that also, yeah, it's Japanese.
Can you go back to the cupcake for a second?
Sure.
Why did I think those were menorahs on the other side?
Or are they moose antlers? I don't know what they are. But yeah, lots of different food items, and then we'll get into the merchandise in a second. That is a ridiculous. Scooby-Doo. We could get some Scooby snacks.
I was gonna say, is that sandwich a Scooby-Doo item? Because that looks like a Scooby-Doo item.
That would make a lot of sense. Let's see. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Where do you get the munchies, apparently?
Well, that's a straight up Hanna-Barbera sandwich. Like, that's something to fed them for sure.
Yeah, and here's some of the merchandise, including some branded to Universal FanFest nights, and then all this adorable Yoshi stuff, including the shoulder plushes. Whoever's going might need to get me a blue Yoshi shoulder plush for no reason. Anyway, you can check out Universal FanFest nights coming soon to Universal Studios, Florida, Hollywood. I thought long and hard about it. Still got it wrong.
The Florida folks out here are kind of upset that we don't get them when we could theoretically be getting them. But
one day.
The fun stuff.
Been a while since we've had a fun stuff, Tony. But
I realized that after the song played. But yeah, we got a video yesterday showcasing how some of the sound effects were made for the newly revamped Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. There's some fun little trivia in there. It's one of those ones where nobody's going to remember the video, but somehow the facts will stay and become lore. And this is one of those ones where they talk about how there's 5 different sound effects, and they show them in the video to make the blaster and targeting sounds. One part of which is a slinky, calling back to the stuff in Toy Story, making it more playful and joyous. And either way, the whole thing sounds a lot better than like the weird that used to be on the ride when you would shoot. It didn't sound too terribly different to me, but I was also thinking of the past experiences I had on Disneyland's version, so it might be more akin to those. But yeah, definitely a far cry from the Florida version of just like a little zap zap. But yeah.
And then another piece of fun stuff. My former coworker, Darren Chris, recently got a portrait at Sardi's, a famous restaurant in Midtown Manhattan, known for having various Broadway performers hang out there. So they have those portraits. If you've probably seen parodies of Sardi's over the years and not even realized it if you weren't familiar with the original. But Kermit the Frog was on hand to honor Darren as he received this honor. So you can check out the video on our site. And remember that this isn't the first time they performed together, because they did Rainbow Connection on some sort of
It was the Oscars pre-show in 2012.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. That's why Kermit's speech had a little references to the lyrical nods of Rainbow Connection in it.
I mean, I'm sure he never puts those in any just random way.
Yeah.
Were you familiar with Sardi's before writing this?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Tony. Well, then you're fully suited for today's quiz.
Okay.
So this is a big and fun one, in my opinion. This day in 1950, I mean the whole thing, not just this one. On this day in 1959, an actress was born. Her Disney credits include Treasure Planet, Brave, and the live-action Beauty and the Beast.
Oh my gosh!
I am withholding one.
No, I know, because you're withholding saving Mr. Banks.
Yes.
Emma Thompson.
Yes.
It was which Emma is. So.
Yeah. So Treasure Planet, Brave, live action Beauty and the Beast.
Amelia in Treasure Planet. She was Mom in Brave, and then Mrs. Potts in live action Beauty and the Beast.
That'll be relevant. On this day in 1963, an actress was born. Her credits include Inside Out and Dream Productions.
Amy Poehler?
No,
because he was in Inside Out too. 1963.
I mean, they might be in Inside Out too as well, but I know that they're in Dream Productions.
Maya Rudolph?
Who's the star of Dream Productions?
Paula Pell.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because she was a mind worker in Inside Out.
On this day in 1979, an actor was born. His Disney credits include the live-action Beauty and the Beast.
Wait, who? What? Say the first part again.
1979 actor, live-action Beauty and the Beast.
Ewan McGregor?
No. Not a voice. Appears live-action in the live action.
Actually appears?
Yeah.
79?
Yeah.
Is that the only credit you're giving me?
It's the only one that I have.
Okay, so then it's not the other person I was thinking of.
No, it's not a Disney legend.
Okay.
But it might be someone very close to a Disney legend in that movie.
Yeah, it's the guy who played Gaston, but I don't know his name.
Yeah, his name is Luke Evans.
Luke Evans.
On this day in 1983, something opened.
At a park? Yeah.
1983.
Disney store? No.
Did not open in America.
Oh, Tokyo Disneyland.
Yeah, Tokyo Disneyland. Happy birthday, TDL. Also will be relevant. On this day in 1990, an actress was born. Her Disney credits include the live-action Beauty and the Beast.
Emma Watson?
Emma Watson. Okay. Isn't that weird? That
a lot of Emmas today.
Them, including 2 Emmas. On this day in 1997, an attraction opened at Tokyo Disneyland by a different name than it appears in the States.
1997?
In the States, yeah.
Micro Adventure,
which is what, Tony?
Honey, I Shrunk the Audience.
Yes. This one I'm not going to make you guess, but I just thought it was interesting to share that on this day in 1999, taxpayers put the fun in refund by filing their taxes at Downtown Disney's Pleasure Island. A certified U.S. Postal Service drop box postmarks tax returns right up until the midnight deadline, and the team of Internal Revenue Services representatives offer last-minute tax tips. Guests dropping off their tax forms at Downtown Disney Pleasure Island got a receive a special admission price of $10.40 for Form 1040.
It's funny.
Yes. This day in 2004, an attraction opened at Tokyo Disneyland and closed about a year ago to make some way for something else.
Their Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin or
Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters.
Astro Blasters.
2009, another attraction opened at Tokyo Disneyland. They sure do love opening big attractions on this day.
2009 at Tokyo Disneyland?
Yeah.
That was too early for Baymax. What land?
Tomorrow.
Oof. Yeah, I don't know.
It is Ride and Go Seek.
Oh, Monsters Inc. Yeah, Ride and Go Seek. That was obvious. I should have known that one.
We have breaking news, and then I have one more question for you.
Okay.
On April 29th, we have a new character at Disney. You can meet Han Solo, the captain of the Millennium Falcon, as they are changing the timeline at Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge to include the original trilogy. Yes, Han will now be available to meet and greet, presumably with Chewie, because that's what they're showing here. So yeah, look forward to that later this month. 2 weeks from today, in fact.
I thought you were playing the Darren Criss footage again for some reason.
It does look like Darren Criss. I thought the same thing, and I thought that was just me. Anyway, finally, Tony, on this day in 2016, a movie opened. A remake of a live-action remake of an animated classic.
2016?
Yeah. One of the more well-received.
Jungle Book?
Jungle Book, yeah.
Yep.
Well, with that, let me see if there's any other breaking news coming
while
through.
You do that, Nikki B. Hello for Han Solo.
I didn't know Nikki B was so thirsty for Han Solo. This is brand new information.
One of them.
Both of them. Why not? Yeah, not seeing anything else, but yeah, we'll have a brand new episode of Who's the Boss shortly. As soon as I upload it.
Wants to know. Can't wait to ask him why the wrong Rectenna is on the Falcon.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. But yeah, thank you all for joining us. Tony, do you have anything else to add before we say goodbye for today?
No.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll be back tomorrow, but you never actually know anymore. Be sure to subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll let you know whenever we go live that way. And we are planning to do a stream, members only stream tomorrow, but I'll let you know when that gets a little bit more settled. So have a great day, everybody. Happy tax day. Make sure you get your taxes filed. Make sure if you're going to drop them off at a mailbox that you go inside and make sure it actually gets postmarked so you don't get fined. Bye, everybody.